Shalom, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai. All praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostle of GMS for teaching me this truth. Shalom to the sincere Hakiam who helped pushing this word all over the four corners of the earth. Cons, the brother Tazar Bashar back with the lesson GMS on its sit downs. Today's video is gonna be named Back in Depth Prophecy Europe vs America. Gone. Because we're living in a time of prophecy, and this is another prophecy which soon is gonna come to pass. Like the scriptures say, it will surely come to pass. It will not tarry. The words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, it will not tarry, man. So all the prophecies that are written in the Bible have to come to pass, and this is one of them. So I'm gonna start with the first scripture. Revelation chapter 17 verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Now in able to understand this scripture, you gotta know certain keys of this scripture. The first key is to know who the 10 horns are. Now these 10 horns represent Europe, man. The 10 kings of Europe. Basically the European Union, which started off with 10 kings, before it was basically modernized. You had old Europe, which were countries like the Visigoths, Heruli, Ostrogoths, Anglo-Saxons, countries like that, which are now basically England, Holland, Luxembourg, Germany, So the 10 horns represent Europe. Going on, let me read it again. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Now who's the whore? The whore is America, man. Because if you go into the beginning of the chapter, it explains who the whore is. I'm not gonna go into it, but here you can read around verse 3 up to 6. You will read about the whore, which basically represents America, because America is a filthy whore, man, with and the whore has a cup, full of abominations. Now, who is the most foul country of the whole earth with all kinds of abominations in it? That's America, man. America doesn't turn away from wickedness. America's full of wickedness and full of adultery towards Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Why? America only pushes philosophies, religions, which is against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. She laid with every doctrine, every wind that cometh, which passeth along. That's America, man. And then they say in God we trust. Now which God you talking about, man? The millions of gods you have in America. You got people in America who worship weed. You got people in America that go to the Beyonce church. You got crazy shit, man. That's America, man. America's a whore. He lied down with all the philosophies. So if the 10 horns represent Europe, and if the whore represents America, then it basically says at a certain point Europe will hate the whore, will hate America. Europe will come at a certain point that they say that they basically hate America, who is a great ally of Europe. The EU NATO and America basically go hand in hand, man. But like the scriptures, like the prophecy says, there's gonna come a certain point where Europe basically is gonna turn its back to America, because basically America is gonna do something stupid, or Europe is gonna find out information about America, what he's doing or whatever, and they won't like it, man. Reading on, and shall make her desolate. Okay, so Europe is gonna make America desolate. Europe is gonna make America desolate. Now let's look up that word desolate. Eremon. In the Greek it says eremon. To make desolate, lay waste, to ruin, bring to desolation, to despoil one, strip her of her treasures. How are they gonna do that? With nuclear missiles, man. Europe is also gonna shoot nuclear missiles towards America, man. And with that, it's gonna be made desolate. Let's see what it says more. So it says desolate, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So Europe is gonna shoot missiles too, man. Europe is gonna shoot missiles towards America too, and because you already see it, man. You have I read this news article. France making deals with Russia, sneaky, and Germany said to lower sanctions upon Russia. Plus, the European Union is basically falling apart. Now, the reason that they set up the European Union in the first place was to prevent things that happened in the First World War and in the Second World War, which is that the people in Europe are going to war with each other. The countries in Europe, to prevent that the countries in Europe go to war with each other. That's why the European Union is set up. So now you see the European Union is falling apart, man. So this means that soon countries will turn away from their allies and choose their own allies, which happened in the Second World War and in the First World War too. So who tells you that this Third World War, who tells you that countries won't join Russia in the World War? Some countries in Europe will probably join Russia, man. They will probably join Russia. So then Russia is gonna shoot missiles, North Korea is gonna shoot missiles, China is gonna shoot missiles. Because why? They are all allies, man. And when one presses the button, the other sheep follow, man. So to go a little bit deeper into those 10 horns, those 10 horns are basically the same as the statue of Nebuchadnezzar, where you have the golden head, the brass breast, the silver breast, which, let me just break it down. The golden head is Babylon, the silver chest is Medio-Persia, the brass thighs is Greece, the iron legs is Rome, the Roman Empire, and basically the clay mixed with iron is the Roman Empire coming back with the NATO, US, and the thing that is that those 10 toes of the statue basically go hand in hand with the 10 horns, which you read in Revelation. So those 10 toes of the image represent Europe, man. That's why when it says in let me just read it. So it says his legs of iron and feet of and his feet part of iron and part of clay. Those 10 toes represent Europe, man. So here it says, verse Daniel chapter 2 verse 42, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron, so the toes of the feet, the 10 toes, were part of iron and part of clay. So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken, you know. And where because this kingdom is divided, you know, the feet are basically a divided kingdom. And that's the case. If you look at Europe, it's a divided kingdom because it's basically one kingdom, but it's divided into different parts. America, you got England, you know, Germany. That's basically the clay. England, you know, Britain, Germany, you know, France, countries like that. But then you have it mixed with clay, and you know the weaker countries, they will not, you know, stick to the clay, to the iron, so it's gonna fall apart. So those toes, the 10 toes of the statue here, represent Europe too. Those 10 horns, which are gonna shoot missiles at America, like it says in Revelation 17 and 16, and burn her with fire, make her desolate. So not only Russia, North Korea, China, you know, are gonna shoot at America, but also Europe, man. Certain countries in Europe. There's the prophecy of Obadiah. Now it says, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Okay. So the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee, that they that eat thy bread gone. Because why? Europe eats bread with America, man. You know, they have international business with each other. Products in Europe go to America, products in America go to Europe. So they that eat thy bread had laid a wound under thee. They had laid a wound under thee. So what's that wound, man? You know, that they are gonna have, you know, war, man. There is none understanding in him. America is gonna be laid waste with the help of some countries in Europe too, man. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Because, you know, like I said, they are making deals with America, and basically what's gonna happen is the East is gonna shoot missiles to the West. Who's in the West? That's America, man. That's the whore, that's Babylon, you know, and it's gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. So with that short lesson back in depth, you know, I hope it was edifying, and see you next time. Shalom.